If you feel burnout, if you feel depressed, if you feel constantly anxious, rushing from one place to another, your mind is going 360 miles an hour, this is because you are disconnected from your feminine energy. And in this video, we're going to change this because, Goddess, your feminine energy is your biggest gift. And when you embrace who you are, when you connect with your beautiful inner goddess and embody her for who she is and allow her to lead you forward, your life becomes effortlessly aligned. Hi, my name is Antonia, and I help women transform their fears and insecurities into that beautiful feminine energy. And if spirituality, feminine energy, and inner healing is your type of content, I'd love to have you here. Before we move and talk about what is the feminine, how about we quickly talk about what the feminine energy isn't? The feminine energy isn't about how you dress up. So it's got very little to do with your appearance. The feminine energy is not about having a certain script of how you want to behave yourself or a certain etiquette that you follow. I speak like this, I move like this, I don't smile, I don't want wrinkles. Ladies, that is not feminine energy. Feminine energy is not about the way you look. It's not about your appearance. It's not about the way you style your hair. It's not about the way you put your makeup. It's not about how many dresses you've got in your wardrobe. It's not about wearing high heels. Yes, your appearance does play a role in the way you feel about yourself, but it doesn't necessarily relate to how feminine your energy is. Feminine energy is a way of being. It's how you connect with your inner world. It's how you allow yourself to be led by your intuition or by your high priestess. It's about how you connect with those energies and how you transmute them, how you alchemize them into your physical world. It's how open you are. It's how receptive you are. It's how vulnerable you are. Feminine energy has many aspects to her. We have the light feminine, we have the dark feminine. And they're like two sides of the coin. You need both, and you need a mix of both and balance of both so you can embody your inner goddess. The feminine energy is wild. She isn't tamed. Think of nature. Do you tell a tree how to grow roots? Do you tell it how to grow its branches? It can go any shape and form as it pleases because nature is the representation of feminine energy. And you are her. You are the beautiful divine feminine that is here to embody her inner gifts, to be magnetic, to be enigmatic, to be free, to be wild, to be untamed. That is what feminine energy is about. It's how you take those experiences, it's how you follow that intuition, it's how you allow yourself to be guided even when nothing makes sense. It's how you tap into your beautiful heart center and your womb center and not so much following your logic and your mind, because that is the masculine element. What does it mean tapping into your feminine energy? How do we embody that feminine energy that everybody seems to be talking about, that is beautiful, magnetic, enigmatic, and so forth and so on? Whether you're just starting your feminine energy journey or maybe you've been somewhere along that feminine journey, it's about coming back to self. It's about getting to know who you are, but not the version of you that you've known for years because that's how you've been shaped and formed by the society, by your parents, by your school, etc. It's the version of you that has always wanted to be given voice, but for some reason that never happened. When we say embodying the feminine energy and when we say getting to know ourselves, what does that mean? How do we get to know ourselves? I'm going to share with you my tool for the journey of the divine feminine. If you have been following me on Instagram or if we worked on one-on-one, you would know that I always talk about the 3 P's. That's P'(S), Pillars Formula. A very long name, we need to come up with a short one. It stands for P for peace, P for passion, and P for pleasure. Let's rewind. The first P stands for peace, and understand that being on the journey of embodying that beautiful energy, you need to bring peace back into your life. The reason being is when we're at the start of that journey, and I recall myself being in that state for many years, you are rushing. You have thousands of things on your mind that you deal with. You're thinking, I need to do this. I should not forget to reply to whoever. I need to make sure I do the shopping. I need to make sure I do this. I'm thinking why this person has not answered. That is essentially you outsourcing your energy. So imagine that every thought that you have that is related to something that external to you is taking away a percentage of your energy. So you're thinking, I need to ring my mom, for example. So that is 10% of energy going somewhere. You're thinking, oh, why is this person not replied? Seen my message, not replied, whatever. 20% of energy goes there. Then you're thinking, oh, I need to do the washing, the laundry, 10% here, 5% there, 7% here. And then at the end of the day, how much percentage wise have you got left within you from your energy? It's a small percentage, it's a minimal percentage, because we rarely pull that energy back to us. We just allow it to be outsourced and it just stays there. And so there is nothing left for us, and we feel lack of inspiration, lack of creativity, lack of balance, and we wonder, why am I not connected with my feminine energy? Why is my intuition not speaking to me? Or if she's speaking, why am I not recognizing her? This is why. Bring back peace into your life. That's P number one. P number two stands for passion. And when I say passion, I mean the passion that ignites you, the passion that brings the spark in your eyes. This isn't a hobby or something that you enjoy doing once or twice a week. It's something that is most likely a creative endeavor. And when you pour yourself into it, it just gives you back. It gives you back a lot and refills you. And so the more engaged you are with that passion, the more energized you feel. For example, for me, that's talking. I've always been a person who loves talking. From a very childhood, that was one thing I used to do. I used to speak to my dolls, well, not dolls because I didn't have dolls, but toys, all the teddy bears. I would line them up and I would pretend that I was their teacher and I would be teaching them something. That is something that brings you back. It makes you so glowy. It makes you so magnetic, so alluring. You just want a piece of yourself just by looking at yourself at what you're doing. That is the type of passion that we all have. Whether you've discovered yours or not, you have it. Let me know in the comments down below, what is that passion for you? What is that thing that makes you feel invincible, that makes you feel that so energized and so recharged and so magnetic? I would honestly love to know. Moving on to P number three, and that stands for pleasure. When I say pleasure, I mean every single aspect of pleasure that could come to your mind. It includes emotional pleasure, mental pleasure, sexual pleasure, physical pleasure. It's just allowing yourself to be fully present in the experience, whether you're having strawberries or whether you're taking a walk down the beach. Allow yourself to feel, to engage with your senses and connect with the experience, because sensuality is very strong with feminine energy. It's something that she's known for, how sensual she is, how she's receiving the experience, and how she's alchemizing it into her own world. And so when you embody that energy of feeling pleasure, engaging with pleasure, you are recharging your senses. You are glowing, you're magnetic, you are enigmatic, you are just a magnet that's pulling towards her everything of the same vibration. So when you're having fun, when you're feeling beautiful, when you're happy, when you're excited, just be fully into that experience and literally engage with how pleasurable the whole experience is. Now, this is how this formula is going to help you on your divine feminine journey, aka getting to know yourself and connecting with that inner goddess. When you bring peace into your life, what happens is you are naturally leaning back. So you allow yourself to stop rushing. You allow yourself to pull back your energy and contain your energy in your body. And the more you pull it back and allowing it to be absorbed in your body, the more creative you feel, the more feminine you feel, the more connected to that beautiful heart womb center you feel. And the other thing that I really love about bringing peace into your life is that allows you, one way or another, to fence your energetic field, or in other words, to bring boundaries and to insert boundaries. But these are not the type of boundaries that I would give you as a list. You need this type of boundary, this. It's the boundary that, or the boundaries that you naturally feel you need to establish and you need to insert because they're in alignment with who you are, not with my journey, not with her journey, but with your journey. Moving on to passion, when you allow yourself to be fully immersed into that passion, you allow yourself to receive. You allow yourself to be completely vulnerable with the experience. And how is that? And why is that? For the most part, when we connect with our passion, that is the inner calling of some sort, whether we have recognized it or not. It's always been there. It's always been some sort of an interest of yours at the back of your mind, regardless whether you fully recognized it and acknowledge it as such. But when you allow yourself to establish that connection between you and that passion of yours, at the beginning you are quite a newbie, and so you would make mistakes, but those mistakes are not going to hit you hard. Those mistakes are just going to allow you to continue to connect with something that is giving back to you. So there is that beautiful return of investment, energetic investment, and you wouldn't care if you're being perfect. You wouldn't care how it looks. You wouldn't care what other people would think. You would just focus in experiencing your passion. And the more you engage with it, the more that passion engages back with you and the more it gives you back. And so that is the beauty about recognizing what you're passionate about and giving that a voice and giving that a chance to enrich your life, because that is essentially what it does. And it's not about how it looks, it's not about ticking any boxes, it's not about the outcome and the agenda. It's not about, oh, I want to become the best in this. You naturally become the best in this without having that agenda, without having that goal, because that is something that you establish with your passion as a sort of relation that is intertwined with who you are. And when we allow ourselves to feel pleasure, a couple of things happen. We become receptive to the experience, we become open to the experience. We let go of guilt, we let go of shame, we let go of labels, and we're just allowing ourselves to just be in the flow. And as we receive the experience, we allow ourselves to give back that energy of ours in under certain shape and form. So what that can look like when you were, let's say, having strawberries or going down the beach and gazing at the sunset, what happens is you allow yourself to receive that experience. You're using your senses and you're feeling feminine, you're feeling in the flow, you're feeling like there is a sense of belonging, and that is what opens up more of that beautiful energy. So when you bring peace into your life, when you engage with your passion, and when you experience and allow yourself to receive pleasure unapologetically, you become one with that inner goddess, because that is the path of literally embodying her without having to do anything special. I would love to know which part of this video you resonated the most with. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.